Hey, good day. It's Carolyn. I am excited to be sharing with you today something that I discovered last night. So each month I do an online group energy healing session, and I pick a different topic, and it's really great because I get to work for so many people at one time. And so we were able to help so many people all at once, and I love that. Well, when I do this, the people who register ahead of time, they have the opportunity to send me an email with their specific intent related to the topic that we're going to be covering and clearing in our group session. So last night I was getting ready for the session that I have this week, and I was reading emails and reading through the things that people would like to have worked on during the session. And I also, when I do that, I talk to my higher power and I just ask and I say, okay, where do I need to go with this? What do I need to have prepared? What do I need to be ready for when I do this call in a couple days? And I was doing that last night, and the topic for this month's call is letting go. And that is a really big topic, and that is pretty much all about energy healing. It's all about letting go and letting the good come in. And so I'm talking to my higher power, and I'm trying to decide what do I need to have prepared for this. And I had a great epiphany. I received some great information for me. And so I'm going to share it with you because you're probably going to need to know this at some point too. So one of the things as a practitioner with Simply Healed, we want to help people. And so sometimes we get a little bit attached to our clients, and we have to really work at letting go of outcome, because whatever you choose to do as a client, you choose to do. And it's not within my power I don't even want to change you. I just want you to do what's best for you. I want what's best for you. And you get to choose. So we need to let go of outcome. And my higher power revealed to me last night that there's even more to that statement when I say let go of outcome. It's to let go and, for lack of a better word, surrender. Surrender to the will of my higher power. Now, I've taught this for years that when you truly let go and do what your higher power has planned for you, then all of a sudden life feels grand and you love everything that you're doing. And it may or may not be easy at times, but you know you're on the right path, and you have that feeling and that excitement and that joy. You know all is well. And it's just, people just change. Their whole countenance changes when they choose to follow their higher power, the plan that their higher power has in place for them, rather than kick against the pricks and try to do what they think is best. But for a control freak like me, that is a hard thing to do, to let go and let your higher power be in charge. So I had to do a little bit of deep searching and say, okay, if that's where I need to go with this, is if that's what's so important for me, is to let go and follow the will and follow the mission that my higher power has set for me. And if I truly believe and teach people that that's the thing to do, I need to be practicing that myself. So how do we do that? That's the thing I'm going to share with you today. I'm all about what is the next step. So we don't have to know the 25 steps down the road to get to that. We don't have to know that. It's okay. That's too much to figure out. So all we have to know is the next step. So I got the first step. The first step is to recognize that I need to make that change. I need to let go of my personal control, my ego, let go of having my ego in control, and trust that my higher power knows better, and let my higher power be in charge. So I've recognized that. So that's your first step. If you're not there, ask. Just ask your higher power if this is the right course for you at this time. If the answer is yes, for me, step number 2 is to watch for signs that this is working. Well, what does that even mean? Because obviously I am not at that point. I'm still the control freak. So to me, that means to see the examples of others. There's a great book called Influencer that I read many years ago, and it's all about helping people by being the example in a way that they understand, if that makes sense. If not, check out the book. Great book, Influencer. But so I am going to open my eyes and I'm going to watch for signs that this is working in other people. I've seen it. I follow people. I've read books. I've seen lectures by people who have chosen this path. And so now I'm going to look at those people and I'm going to say, okay, what is it that I can relate to that they've done that I could do next? So that's my next step. If you want to join me on this journey, you take that next step too. Recognize that it's okay to let go and let your higher power be in charge. And then the next step, step number 2, because that's all we have to know is the next step, is watch for signs that it's working and see how that applies to me. So go forward, my friends, and practice the art of letting go.